love you. I don't want you to be lonely. Why would I want to get there at a normal time of day? I threw my urethane bowls so much better today. Finally kind of relaxed. I don't go all the way and got it to roll. What time are you going to turn on? Like 6 minutes left of practice. What time are you going to turn on?
Well, they get 3 balls on each lane, so this practice is about done.
Oh, okay.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Ebonite Winter Classic. This is what we call the finals, but we start with bracket play. We had over 200 folks take to the lanes through 7 games of qualifying over 3 squads, A, B, and C squads. And then we had the cashers round this morning with 64 players coming in, all pins carrying over. Now we're down to our top 10. And what we have for you here is we have the 10 versus the 7 qualifiers, which is Jonathan Shallow, who qualified 10th, is taking on our number 7 seed, Zach Grime. That's going to take place in a 1-game match on 15 and 16. And right next door over on 17 and 18, we've got our number 9 qualifier, Kyle Kroll, taking on our number 8 qualifier, Spencer Robars. To call the action with me is Tom Hess. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Michael. How are you today, sir?
Very good. Very good. And we've got ourselves a lot of talented bowlers here. Once we come out of this round here, 2 players will be eliminated. We will then bring in Ryan Zagar, who is our 6th seed, and we will also bring in Dan Healy, who is our 5 seed. And they will then play the winners of each one of these matches to then determine who will bowl each other to become the number 5 seed in our stepladder final. And in the first match of the stepladder final, our number 4 seed is Logan Williams. Winner of that match will go on to take on our number 3 seed, Jordan Monins. And then our number 2 seed is Kai Evans, and our number 1 seed today, Cameron Crow, who absolutely run him over. But more about Cam Crow and Kai Evans and Jordan Monins and Logan Williams and the rest of the crew a little bit later, because right now we got to focus on these 2 matches right here, Tom, between these 4 great players.
Yeah, got a couple of standout college kids right now. Zach Grime, currently enrolled at St. Ambrose, and Spencer at Wichita State. Kyle Kroll graduated from St. Ambrose. Jonathan Shallow. Jonathan's from Wisconsin. One of the top regional players in the Midwest. When he comes out, he doesn't bowl a whole bunch of regionals anymore, but when he does, he's always near the top. Should be some exciting matches.
The oil pattern is 39 feet in length, about 32 milliliters of oil. Played very, very demanding. Took a minus 47 to make the top 64 for 7 games of qualifying.
Yeah, out of 202 bowlers, I believe they had this week. I think there was 2 no-shows on A squad, so they were very demanding. And the unique thing about this format is they didn't re-oil, so these guys are bowling on what's left over, right?
Yep, no fresh. It's left over, and they do switch pairs between every game.
Yep, so these guys, the 2 winners, whoever wins on 17 and 18 is going to bowl on 15 and 16, and 15 and 16 is going to move over to 17 and 18 for these 2 matches. Then we're going to move over to the high side of the house for the winners after that match, and then we'll just move every pair for the stepladder.
Spencer Robars, man.
Is he making you hungry?
With the donuts on his jersey?
The donuts on the shirt, man, that's making me hungry.
I'm going to pop this oil pattern up really quick just so everybody can see it. Screenshot that if you like. That was this week's oil pattern, and that's what you see left over out on the lanes after a 6-game cashers round here today. Ebonite Winter Classic oil pattern.
It's a good look at Jonathan. Jonathan's throwing the Black Widow Ghost. Looks like Spencer's throwing a pitch black. Kyle threw the IQ Tour, and I believe Zach was throwing, he's either throwing a Phase 2 or a Purple Hammer. I didn't see his first shot. double out of Spencer.
Yeah, Robarge is the #1 collegiate player right now on the college bowling scene. #1 in average in college bowling. And when there's friction on the lane and you got to project that ball down the lane, and the oil pattern is medium or short, Spencer Robarge is really tough to beat. Shallow comes in light, leaves just the 5. Prize fund in this event's very good.
Very good prize fund. Winner today is going to take home $3,000. It's $1,000. It's $1,100, I believe, just for making the step ladder.
Yep. First place is $3,000. Second is $2,200. Third is $1,600. Fourth is $1,300. Fifth is $1,100. Sixth is $1,000. Seventh and eighth both receive $800 each, and the losers of these matches will receive $650 each, and that's on a $160 entry fee. And how is that possible, you may ask? Well, it's because of the great sponsors that support this event. The 2023 Ebonite Winter Classic, of course, Ebonite, our title sponsor. If you're looking for a new bowling ball purchase, make sure you check out the Ebonite and Brunswick family of brands. Ebonite underneath the Brunswick family of brands. We also would like to thank Brandon Steen at the Steen team for sponsoring our stream all weekend. You can check out information about mortgage rates and loans and all kinds of good stuff at brandonsteen.com. The Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau has been supporting this event all the way back to 2011. This is the 23rd major event in Waterloo that we have had. I've been coming here since 2012. And we want to make sure we thank the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau for donating over $100,000 over the years into these events. Also would like to thank I Am Bowling. If you're looking for a new bowling jersey, check out iambowling.com. 25% off with coupon code GIBA over there. Nice shot from Kroll.
Best jerseys in the business.
Also want to give a shout out to Budweiser and Bud Light. Always remember to drink responsibly, but they also do kick in some dollars here to help support this event. Also want to thank the great restaurant here in Waterloo, the Other Place on Ridgeway. Definitely want to check that out if you're grabbing some food when you're in the area. And when you're filling up your gas tank, you want to go to Kwik Star and Kwik Trip. And when you're here in town, make sure you stay at the Hampton Inn. Those are our sponsors that help make this thing possible and such a great prize fund.
Got our showing you just how hard they are. A couple of missed spares right there. Kyle Kroll hooked past the 2-8, which was easy to do. And then Zach misses the 3-6-10. Spencer wasn't happy with that shot there. That's a pretty good 8 there. See if Zach can get his first strike of the match here. There he goes. He is throwing the purple hammer, so a couple of guys throwing urethane, the young kids throwing urethane, the older gentlemen throwing reactive. Good spare, Spence. This kid's quite a bowler.
Yeah, you had stepped away for a minute, but when the pattern is short or medium and you have to project it down the lane and get it to a hook spot, Spencer's really tough to beat.
Be honest with you, I'm surprised he's bowling now.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We would have thought he would have finished a little bit higher in the placing positions. But there was a lot of talent here, and Spencer hit a couple speed bumps throughout his 13 games on his road here to make it inside the top 10.
Yeah, you've got some of the best collegiate players currently in the nation, some that have recently graduated. They're out bowling PTQs on the tour. A couple of tour players here, some of the best regional players around. You know, you have former U.S. National Amateur Champion here. This was quite a field of bowlers today. Jonathan coming up light again. I like this 2 matches at a time. Keeps the action going. See if Jonathan can bounce back from the 210 here. He's made a ball change. Looks like that was a rattler maybe. Kind of hard to tell from up here. Trips the 4. Got that one to shape a little bit better. Kyle up for his second shot here on 18. When I bowled on this pair, I had 18 a little bit tighter to the right, so he 2-8'd the last shot on here. See what kind of adjustment he makes. Oh, got that one down onto the lane a little bit early. Goes Brooklyn, gets the fortunate break.
I saw quite a few people come through here during qualifying to where it created a situation where if you miss left or threw it into the lane, your miss was Brooklyn.
I must not have thrown any bad enough. I didn't get any Brooklyn today.
We actually saw our second place qualifier, Kai Evans, bowl 299 on 17 and 18 with 2 Brooklyns on the right lane.
Wow.
But on his 299, his last shot was in the pocket, and the last 4 shots were dead aced.
You know, Mike, when they make them this hard, breaks is just part of the game. You know, you're going to get them. But the flip side to that is, man, when you throw it really good and it doesn't strike, it almost compounds it. Because the bad shots normally result in something not good. I ended up bowling about 70, what I go, like 77 over today, I think, and I felt I bowled way better than that. But it is what it is. That's the breaks. Oh, wow. Oh, it's a good thing that went off the back of the lane. If that would have been a 4-pin, I don't know that it would have fallen. It went off the back of the lane, standing straight up. You can see Kyle got the break, then comes up light, leaving the 2-pin.
Yeah, so Kyle and Spencer right now, 10-pin lead for Spencer.
Okay, Jonathan back to the ghost here on the right lane. And light again. Oh, pretty good shot out of Spencer. Boy, he's really getting the ball out on the lane. Lofting it out there. Jonathan to keep this a 20-pin match, basically. How much did the number go up today, Mike? Do you remember what it was to start?
Inside the top,
Yeah,
to make the top 10.
Yeah, what was 10th? And then I know it ended up at 159.
Tenth was 95.
So some of the best bowlers here in the Midwest bowled 6 games, and the cut went up 10 pins a game, so it averaged 210. That's another reason to show you just how tough they were. Pretty good shot out of Spencer there.
Yeah, it was very good. Got that ball to read the mid lane, come off the end of the pattern, go right through the pins properly.
Boy, on your TV screen, that looks like it made it easier for Jonathan, but I don't know about this. He slid the 5-pin back. There you go. You miss going across the lane from right to left at your spares. If you miss just a little, set it just a little bit short, the pattern just absolutely takes the ball, makes it go left. Kyle with a ball change. Looks like he's going to a hustle PBR.
Yeah, and I actually saw him switch to that ball on a fill earlier on this exact same pair when he came through here in the cashers round. And he actually went 10 back on a fill with that ball. So he had some confidence on this lane with that ball.
Yeah, Kyle bowled a big game, 260. Game 6 today to go from just outside to just inside, obviously, here, bowling this match. Zach. Looked like he might have got away with one there. That one looked a little bit right, but picked up. Ooh. Boy, I don't know that I'd have hooked at that spare on this.
That's a fortunate break right there.
Yeah, that fortunate break or a good shot, one of the two, however you want to put it. He made it. Little saying in bowling, doesn't matter how, it's how many.
So here's Zach now. He's got a chance here to make it a 5-bagger. That looks pretty good. That looks really good. So Shallow in trouble here. Again, Shallow was your number 10 seed. Grime number 7, Kroll number 9, Spencer Robar's number 8.
So Kyle and Jonathan playing on house money here, so there's a good shot from Kyle.
Sure was. Kyle's got himself right in this one.
Yeah, Spencer hasn't done anything to pull away.
Nope, but the 7th and 8th here, critical frames. Always as we get further along, you know, it gets more and more important here. But Spencer on a strike has a chance to go up and throw his second double. He is clean through 6. Kroll with the open in the second. Shallow looking to try to save something here.
Yeah, he's in must strike. He's going to have to throw a 4 or 5 bagger here to put any kind of pressure on Zach. Zach's, after the mismakeable, has come back with a 5 bagger. Oh, got a little extra loft on that one. Oh,
Wow.
What a break. What a break. Light
Take a look at that
swisher.
one again.
Gets the 6 to fall. It wasn't even the 6 that fell into it. Something else rolling around on the deck. Knocks the 9 off the back of the lane. Jonathan does not get the light swisher. Oh, that was in.
That was in.
Ooh, fortunate break there. Leaving just the 2-4. We got a possibility of a tie in the Robarge Kroll match. Looks like Zach is going to advance over Jonathan.
Looking really good out there right now. We've seen, though, in these major events up here in Iowa, as the players get comfortable on one pair of lanes, don't get too comfortable because that's your only game. You're bowling there. We do have a little modification to our finals once we get down to our traditional stepladder. The 5 versus 4 seed will be on 23 and 4. The winner of that match will take on the 3 seed on 21 and 2. We'll go back to 23 and 4 and then back to 21 and 2.
Okay.
And the winners that come out of this bracket will roll off to see who will be the number 5 seed on 19 and 20.
Okay. That's interesting. Wonder why they made that change.
Well, we've been doing it. We've been using less pairs due to being able to get everyone home and not have to take too much time for me to reset cameras.
Oh, so it's your fault. You need to be a little faster, moving stuff around. Okay.
Basically, yeah. Yep,
okay.
That's exactly it.
Anything for Mike? We've known that for a long time.
Well, if it was anything for me, all these matches would just take place on 15 through 18.
Just keep going back and forth, 15, 18, 15, 18.
Oh, that would be fine.
Yeah.
But I would just have these matches until we're down to 2 matches at once and down to 1, and we'd just pick a pair, and that's where we would stay.
There you go.
I don't see the PBA Tour moving pairs on Fox. But that's okay. We can do that here. It's because we're better, right?
Yeah.
That's
better product.
Yeah.
More challenging.
Right.
The PBA makes it easy on the players,
Right.
putting them all on one pair.
Yep, that's it.
These guys are way better. They've got to navigate
exactly
3 or 4 different pairs to get to the title here once they make the top 10.
Yeah. I think 6 pairs to be exact. That's funny. All right.
They're
Well,
just hard.
that one hydroplanes through the break point. So if he picks it and strikes out, that's 199. Spencer's going at a 214 pace. Zach's going to get the win over there with the 7-bagger there. But Jonathan Shallow, nice tournament. He bowls every single one of these. There you go.
Finally got the double.
Lean on it.
Zagar and Healy in next.
Yep, Zagar and Healy coming up next.
Bowled with Danny yesterday. He bowled phenomenal.
It's a nice spare, too.
Yeah, it was. Kind of a big spare, too. Spencer gets up and does something silly here.
Yep.
Brings him right back into the match. That was a pretty good shot right there, though.
Take a look at it again. Boom.
Can't throw it much better than that. See the handshake from Zach and Jonathan down there. Zach's going to get to take his victory lap here.
Yeah, he's going to go over to 17 and 18. Magic number here for Spencer is 200. That's enough.
Yep.
So Spencer Robar is going to move over to lanes 15 and 16. Spencer is the 8 seed. Zach is the 7 seed. So Spencer will get Dan Healy, I believe, and Ryan Zagar will bowl Zach Grime. That's how I see it.
That was a ball change from Spencer. That one hooked just a little bit more. I wonder if he went to just a clean cover. It was another pitch black.
You know, both of these guys advancing are 2 guys that could very easily run the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Spencer just getting more information on how these bowling balls read the lanes for him.
Smart play right there. Didn't matter. Didn't need to hit any pins there or anything. Take a chance.
So Zach Grime 252 over Jonathan Shallow 171. Spencer Robar's post 216, and Kyle Kroll can still bowl 199.
And the wrap 10. So Kyle's going to bowl 189 here. Very good tournament for Kyle and Jonathan.
.216, 188 the final. Coming up next here in just a moment, we will have our two new players come in, Ryan Zagar and Dan Healy. It will be Zagar taking on, I believe, Spencer Robars, and it'll be Grime taking on Healy. We will see how that shakes out. Don't really remember exactly how that works.
$650 each for Kyle and Jonathan, and Spencer and Zach still alive for the $3,000 top prize.
Tom, I'm going to step away for a second and work on our next match cameras.
Okay.
If you want to hang out here, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, well, I think I'll step out and stretch my legs a little bit, and we'll be back to call the next matches.
Hey, Joe, I think the curtain's down on lane 18, please.
All right, everyone, welcome back. 2023 Ebonite Winter Classic bracket play underway. Last couple practice shots here. Spencer Robarge just defeated Kyle Kroll. He now moves on to take on our number 5 seed Dan Healy. That'll take place on lanes 15 and 16, and over on lanes 17 and 18. We have one Ryan Zagar, our number 6 qualifier, taking on Zach Grime, who just defeated Jonathan Shallow. Grime is the number 7 seed. And the winners of each one of these matches will then move over to lanes 19 and 20 to face off to see who is going to become our number 5 seed on our Stepladder final. The winner of that match will take on our number 4 seed Logan Williams, and our other seeds left, number 3 Jordan Monins, our number 2 seed Kai Evans, and number 1 Cameron Crow. Tom Hess here with me on the call. We get ready to get going here. We got Zagar here, probably going to get things started. He's been able to use urethane and reactive. Looks like he's going to go with urethane out, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like he's throwing the purple tank.
He's buddies with Matt Gasson, and Matt Gasson is our defending champion here. Did not come out and bowl this year. This event took place in January last year. And I know he's been talking with Matt, and Matt used urethane in the finals and took home the victory. And I know he's kind of got Matt kind of in his ear a little bit here, and it looks like he's going to go a little straighter as greater with urethane.
Yeah, urethane was definitely in play today. I threw it for the first 4 games, so there was a lot of urethane going down the lanes today.
Robarge.
Oh, that's going to make that interesting.
The 6-pin slid over a little bit.
Yeah, it did. And of course, it's going to pick it up. Sometimes you kind of want those to fall down.
To be respot in the correct position.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he's throwing at what, the 3, 6.5, 9?
Yeah.
6 1/4 maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, so interesting. Ryan decides to start the match. And Dan decides that he wants to let Spencer start the match. So the higher seed coming in does get lane choice.
That was a nice cover. Spencer feels pretty good about picking that thing up. Wow, that ball hook stopped. That was perfect.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because we're sitting at a different angle, but it looks like he's moved in. It looked like he was closer to the gutter.
Yep, I agree.
On 15 and 16.
Here's Dan. He's throwing the purple hammer as well.
So all urethane battle going on right here.
Yep, all urethane. You're right.
2 purples, a purple tank, and a pitch black.
We've got, whenever we see a pattern in that 37 to 39 foot range, it seems like a lot of times you'll see urethane going down the lane. That's kind of become the norm here, which kind of sounds crazy being in the 2020s here. We're 2023. It kind of feels like 1986.
Yeah, but the reason for that, Mike, urethane reads the lane, earlier than most other bowling balls, but doesn't have the big hook down lane, not the big change of direction that a reactive ball would have. So it helps you control the lane a little bit better. And when used correctly, is very effective.
Beautiful shot from Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan's a little bit further right on that lane than Zach.
Ryan, no stranger to our finals here. He's made a couple of them.
Yeah, Ryan's a very talented player from up in Wisconsin. I don't know, he's pretty talented, but, his brother Kyle, dad Matt, sister Stephanie, probably all better bowlers than him, so he's probably the 4th best bowler in the family.
Kind of like Parker Bone is in his family.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Couple of good shots right there.
They've got green strikes up there.
Yeah, it's because when they practiced,
They didn't put them in practice mode.
they didn't put them in practice mode. They just erased them.
I'm kind of digging the lime green up there. I know eventually they'll get to frames that they didn't erase and they'll go back to white, but Spencer.
Wow.
I've seen him leave a couple of 9-pins like that now. That's actually a normal leave for him in this building this weekend. It's pretty crazy.
Just the ball just Drives in a little bit too hard. Didn't quite get the 5 into the 9. Pushed the 5 straight back. Zach hasn't missed a beat here, switching pairs. All 4 of our players got 3 practice shots on their starting pairs for this match, and a couple of guys look very comfortable so far. Zach and Ryan just firing strikes, and only 1 strike with Dan and Spencer. There, Spencer got the light hit there. Zach makes the 10 pin. Dan, that was left, yeah.
Makeable spare still left out there.
Unfortunately, going to lose a little bit of count there to fall behind in the match.
Let's see what Ryan can do here on 18.
Looks pretty good. You can see it really good there, sitting in where we're at. Unfortunately, the camera's a little bit of a different angle. But you can see that urethane just hook and set. Doesn't keep going left, just goes forward. Just high flush, just pushes all 10 pins back. That's the reason these guys are using urethane.
No opens yet, Tom.
Nope.
No opens.
Nobody wants to bowl here.
Hashtag no opens.
Looks like Dan's going to go. Got that one out on the lane. That was a byproduct of going high. That one wasn't going high. Got that one out on the lane to the right. Didn't pick up. Did leave a makeable spare. 1-2-4-7. It's another pretty good looking shot from Ryan.
That 1-2-4-10 or 1-2-4-7 spare that he just picked up. I used to leave that all the time on Championship Bowling on Nintendo. If I just missed a little right, that's what you would leave every time. I got very good at picking that up, Tom.
Oh, got the light slapper there from Zach Grime. Be interesting to see how long Dan stays in the urethane. I crossed with Dan yesterday morning on my first block. And late in the day, he switched to an X2 and finished out with a nice 240 at the end. You know, and we're about to the time of day where that would have been. I don't know if the fact that if he watched John Shallow, John was throwing reactive on that pair last game and didn't have a very good look. So we'll have to see how long he stays with that. Meanwhile, Spencer steps up and just throws another double.
Oh,
Zach
rolls
gets
the
fortunate four.
Take a look at that one more time. Look at this roll of the 4. Beautiful. Nice shot
Pretty
from
good
Spencer
shot
there.
from Spencer.
Tell you what, man, there's a lot of strikes going on right now. You got a 4-bagger and a triple and a double on 17 and 18, and Spencer's got a triple of his own over on 15 and 16. And there's that urethane hit. You see that?
Yep.
You see that from time to time.
Yeah, you could see Ryan kind of make the motion with his hand there that he kind of missed it at the bottom, so he didn't get it to roll up quite as early as the previous shots, and 6-pin goes right into the gutter and doesn't take out the 10. Dan, that's going high again.
He looks a little handcuffed on this pair.
Yeah.
Looks like he's afraid to trust it, and then when you try to force it in there, you leave stuff like this.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to make it strike. You can't make it strike. Easier said than done. As a guy who sits in the booth and says you can't make it strike, and as soon as I put on my bowling shoes, do nothing but try to make it strike. So.
Ooh.
Oh.
He would have picked the 5, 6, 10, I believe.
Might have got the 4 too.
Yeah, yeah. 6. If the 6 and the 4 was with it.
Yeah.
You ever left a 4, 5, 6? Boy, that's a tough one to leave.
He might not have got the big 4 though. Unless the 4 would have fallen into.
Right. That's a good point.
Ryan took a re-rack. Something he didn't like about that rack.
That's
right. That's got a hook.
He can still bowl 257. Grime can bowl 279.
Dan has made a ball change.
Leaves a 10.
Just doesn't look comfortable at all.
Nope. Making a spares.
Good spare out of Ryan. Those multi-pin sleeper conversions on these hard patterns, man, those are hard. Get it just a little right, it doesn't pick up. Get it just a little left, and your ball hooks across the lane, and you miss it the other way.
It's even harder with reactive because of how pair to pair your ball reads the lane.
Mm-hmm.
That's why going hard and straight with plastic or urethane ball is kind of key on something like this.
That was left. That picked up really early.
Similar to the other shot where he tripped the 4-pin, it just read a little bit sooner. And instead of leaving just a 4-pin or a 6-10 or something like that, he's staring at a 4-6,
Yep.
which is worse than a 4-9. There's Spencer.
Oh.
He's getting comfortable. Look out, everybody,
Yeah.
in the top 4. You guys might want to be careful because
Yeah.
Spencer Robars is getting very comfortable in this building, and he's also making all his spares. When that happens, Spencer's going to give you 220 a game, and if he keeps bowling, he'll pop a 250 in there somewhere.
And that young man's not going to get tired. I don't know that anybody bowls more than that kid. He bowls a lot. Probably should give a shout out to Susan and Blake. They're probably watching it at home. Oh boy.
He didn't love it. He didn't look confused at all. It looked like he thought he threw it bad.
Yep. Yep. He's just trying to shake that off. That was all him there.
Zach with the messenger. This is pure power.
Yep.
With urethane.
Head pin off the wall right into the 10.
Cam Crow is in the building, even though he won't be bowling for a couple hours.
Oh,
Well, that match over there, 155 in the 7th. If Dan can find a way to double here in the 7th and the 8th, that would give him 140 in the 7th potentially. So 15-pin game over there with some strikes up on the board here. So it's not over there either.
no. Dan needs to start throwing some strikes, though.
Ryan looks
That's
pretty
left.
good there.
Oh.
That was in a good spot. That lane just looks like it's starting to hook a little bit more. That looked pretty much right on par with where he wanted to put it. Both players have gone high on 18 now.
Dan's made that ball change to the X2 that I was talking about, and that one doesn't hook. Yeah.
He's going to want to throw urethane at this, because if you start throwing something like an X2 at this, you could run into some trouble here. All right, so let's see if Ryan can capitalize on that break there. Ryan can still max out at 257. Zach 245. That's pretty good.
That looks pretty good. Oh, wow.
Red early. Off his hand to look good into the lane. He acts like he got around it a little bit, but it was much better than the shot that he threw over there where he went light. I thought. Both of us thought it was good, but
The only thing I can think is maybe just a little bit slow.
Yeah,
Maybe just a little
I
slow.
was thinking that too, maybe.
From sitting here off to the side, watching him, it looked like he was pretty happy with it.
Not a big fan of hooking at that, but he got it done anyway. Clean game for Dan. With only one strike to show for it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, roll it, roll it, roll it. Got it.
Oh.
How about that?
What a break.
He says, I hope you got that. Take a look at it again. Roll, 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 baby.
Doink. Change your score, Zagar. Oh, somebody got it. That could be huge. Comes Dan, see if he can get something figured out. He doesn't like that when he stepped out of that one. That wasn't. That's the old I'm not very comfortable. Zach getting the light swisher there.
We had someone in our chat room ask about standings. The standings are now pinned at the top of the chat room now. So if you want to check out any game-by-game scoring, you can check it out right there in the standings link, along with the lane pattern and some other information.
All right, Zach with the opportunity to step up, throw the double, and shut out Ryan Zagar. That wasn't very good,
Nope, crossed over.
but of course it strikes.
It's the one thing when the lanes are really, really hard. Sometimes you see shots like that work out for a player, and that's when people say, oh, man, I don't know if this bowling on these grind-out shots are really fair in a one-game match, because you can get one break like that. It can mean the difference. But at the same time, it took you 13 games to get here, and you had to repeat some shots. You had to bowl really good to get here today. But you got to just capitalize on it. You just got to go up there, pretend like it didn't even happen. You threw the strike. This one right here. If he gets this one, that'll give him 235. He would only need 3 pins on his next ball to defeat Ryan Zagar. Anything less, Ryan can go up in the 10th frame and strike out and win. Oh, I thought the carry gods were going to come back and make that 7 stand, but great shot there by Zach. He apologized to Ryan for the first shot in the 10th going Brooklyn. Ryan's going to fast track through. Spencer up now.
Ooh, Spencer got fortunate to run that down.
Ryan 2 pins there, so Ryan is going to finish in the 5th, 6th position. Or excuse me, what is that? That's the, yeah.
7th, 8th.
7th, 8th, excuse me. Yeah, we got 10 here. 7th, 8th position, and if I look up the prize fund here, we know that it's $800 for his efforts. All right, Spencer up here. Dan Kamax at 207. Spencer 6 pins.
And all of a sudden, if Dan can step up and throw a 4-bagger, he's going to make Spencer mark.
Yep. And that's if Spencer picks the 6 pin, which he should.
Hate to put the cart ahead of the horse, but I'd bet all the money I got in my pocket Spencer makes this 6 pin. Did you take that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, see how much quicker that changed direction?
Mm-hmm.
He switched to reactive ball there. Still a very solid weekend for Ryan.
244, 223, Zach over Ryan. Zach Grimes going to advance to either take on Spencer Robarge or Dan Healy. That'll take place on lanes 19 and 20. Again, the prize fund, $800 for each player eliminated here. And if you make it out of here, you receive at least $1,000 for your $160 entry fee. Dan with a strike in the 9th. His 2nd strike of the ball game, but look at that clean game, filling frames.
He's made a lot of tough spares in there, too.
Certainly has.
It's not a lot of 9 spares, 9 spare, 9 spare in there.
He's grinding it out. 3,000 on top, 2,200 for 2nd, 1,600 for 3rd, 1,300 for 4th, and 1,100 for 5th. I want to welcome in all of our viewers. We've got great viewership right now, most we've had all weekend. Thanks for joining us here on Inside Bowling. 278. Spencer's going to get the win there. It's mathematically.
Yeah, if Dan makes this, Spencer's going to need
2 pins.
2 pins.
Yep, 2 pins on the first ball, or gutter 4 would also do it.
Good spare from Dan. Stay clean. Clean 187.
Yeah, that's tough.
Boy,
those games are just absolutely brutal.
But that right there, that's probably why Dan's bowling right now. Because he was able to make all of his spares. When you make all your spares, when you do throw the 3 and 4 baggers, I like to say that makes your strikes add up instead of catch up. And nothing to be disappointed about with a 7th, 8th place finish in this field.
So our 7 and 8 guys are going to advance. Zach Grime, Spencer Robarge coming up next to determine who will be the number 5 seed.
So they're going to move over to 19 and 20, Mike?
Yep, 19 and 20.
2 of the top college players in the nation bowling right now. You said Spencer was ranked number 1. I'm not sure exactly where Zach's at, but he's got to be up there. He's a very solid player for the St. Ambrose University Fighting Bees. Is he not listed on there?
I don't see him.
Okay.
212, 186, Spencer Robarge over Dan Healy. All right, well, folks, I do want to take a second here and go over some of our other finishes here. So as you can see up top, we got Cameron Crowe plus 411. Kai Evans, our number 2 seed, plus 335. Jordan Monins, our number 3 seed, at plus 206. Logan Williams, our number 4 seed, at plus 201. Of course, we just saw Dan Healy eliminated, was 186 over. Ryan Zagar also eliminated, was 181 over. Zach Grime advancing it. He was 166 over. Robars was 165. We saw Kyle Kroll and Jonathan Shallow in our opening bracket play. Just missing was Ryan Julian, the lefty. 134 over. Tom, yourself, you almost got there, buddy, in 12th at plus 119. Way to grind out there, buddy.
I fought all day, man. Bowled 240 on the end with 2 solid 9s. Boy, I'd love to have those 2 shots back, but it is what it is.
13th, Seth Hegemeyer. He actually had the front, I believe he had the front 9 on our stream earlier today. He made a run, plus 113. Ryan Burks, 14th at plus 111. Those are all the players 100 over or more. And you see our top 30 there, 64 cashed here this week. Let's take you next door to lanes 19 and 20, where this next match is going to take place. All I need is some scoreboards to come up, and I'll be able to build out our picture-in-picture. So Robar's taking on Zach Grime right here. College players, as you mentioned, Tom. This should be a good one. Righty versus lefty.
Righty versus lefty. Both of them now over to the other side of the building here. We've got a little walkway in between 18 and 19, as you can see. So each of these guys are going to get 3 shots. I'm going to go stretch my legs here while they're taking their practice, and I will be right back.
I'm looking forward to it.
Nice tournament, Danny.
Do appreciate Tom Hess sticking around and calling the action with me here. If you want to see more of Tom and I, you can check us out on Bowl TV, doing work on the PBA Tour. Tom, of course, bowling, but winning if he gets eliminated. He joins us in the booth. We'll actually have the PTQ tomorrow on Bowl TV. Subscribe to Bowl TV at bowltv.com. Looks like I've got our scoreboards built here. Let us know in the chat who you got in this one. Again, this match is to determine who's going to be our number 5 seed, who will go on to take on Logan Williams in our next match over on lanes 23 and 24. The winner of that match will take on our number 3 seed, Jordan Monins, on lanes 21 and 22. We'll go back to lanes 23 and 24 for Kai Evans. And then our top seed, Cam Crow, will bowl the championship game on lanes 21 and 22. Great question in the chat. How often do they oil the catwalk? Lane 18 and a half. I don't know. I'll ask on that one. That's a tremendous question there in the chat. It is kind of unique. They do have a catwalk here between 18 and 19. Appreciate all the comments here in the chat, all the positivity. I think Ryan Barnes here in the chat is the chairman of the Spencer Robarge fan club, for obvious reasons. Looks like a couple more practice shots here, and then we'll be underway.
What did I miss while I was slacking, Mike? Anything?
Just a couple guys throwing some urethane bowling balls down the lane.
Were you paying attention to what they were doing? You like one over the other in this match?
Spence has got a ton of loft.
Yeah.
I mean, he is lofting that thing to the arrows and beyond.
He's bowling on a 45-foot lane.
Yeah, he's Spencer Lightyear. He's
Spencer Lightyear.
To the arrows and beyond. All right, looks like these guys are ready to go. This should be a great match.
By one single pin, Zach's going to get to pick who goes first, and he's going to have Spencer go first.
All right, the handshake. And, yep, here comes Spencer, the donut man. Somebody get Krispy Kreme on speed dial and get him a deal. I don't even know if Krispy Kreme is the cool brand anymore. There's a lot of local donut places
Hertz
in different
Donuts.
towns now. Oh, hey, I don't visit that place ever, Tom.
Why is that?
Because you know why. All right, here we go. Spencer left lane. A lot of loft. That one looked a little in from a couple of his practice shots. Got the 7 out.
He looks a little surprised.
I don't know why. He's got a couple coming to him in the good sense, because we have seen him leave a lot of like solid 9s, solid 8s. He's left a lot of stuff like that.
Zach has bowled a couple of big games here so far. Starts that one with a 2-pin.
Yeah, doesn't roll it. Also got some other Wichita State teammates of Spencer's in there. I see Alec Keplinger in there. Would have liked to have seen you come out and bowl as well. Alec, hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I wonder why Alec and Ryan didn't make the trip up.
Ryan is dealing with a little nagging injury. He wants to be totally safe for sectionals.
Yep.
And the rest of the season. Kep, there's no excuse. I don't know his excuse, but that's okay.
Probably his backer.
Yeah, probably. That's a good point. That's a good point. That backer that has a show.
Yeah.
A couple times a week now. I wonder when they're going to go to 7 days a week, he and Stu. Shout out to Cadillac XBC. They've done a lot of improvements here. They've got brand new carpet. Looks really good. They've got these new scoring monitors in here, the new scoring units. Done a nice job upgrading the center, making it a true bowling experience for the families come in. Oh, wow, that one really hooked off the end of the pattern.
Yeah, he made sure after leaving the 2-pin, he made sure that one was going to get there and
4, 6, 7, 9.
busted up a little earlier.
What's the best way to go about picking this? Do you go with the left pins or the right pins, Tom?
Well, I saw Logan Williams make it today, throwing at the 4-7. Put the 4 right into the 9, spun around, kicked out the 6. I think if you're going to try to make it, you know, by just sliding the pins over, that's the way to do it. If you're going to try to bounce them out, that doesn't really matter. You just got to get lucky there. But if I were actually trying to make it, I would have thrown at the 4-7 there. A lot of people say that's the way you got to make the church too. If you're trying to actually get it with all, you know, just sliding the pins over.
All right, here we go, Spencer. How much loft is it going to be? A lot.
That's a lot.
There you
It's
go.
the light swisher.
Light mix. There you go. Take a look at that one again. A lot of loft.
Yeah, that ball landed at the arrows. The reason he's doing that is to take that first 15 feet of muck out of play.
Yeah, and Spencer uses that in college a lot because the righties get in so deep that the lefties have no hold and they can't move in. So the only way one way to combat that is by lofting it over the heads.
Yeah, that one hooked up. Ugh.
He was a little right at target.
Yeah.
This lane pattern being 2-1, and this is all left over from 6 games of Casher's round. Very tricky. Our overall scoring pace here should be, winning score should be 200 or below, even up to about maybe 225 throughout the rest of the day.
But yet we've seen Zach bowl 250 and 240 his 2 matches so far. Yeah, if you're Ryan Zagar and somebody tells you, yeah, you're going to bowl 220 in your stepladder match, you probably take that and don't even throw a shot and hope the guy can beat it. Unfortunately, he came out on the short end. All right, Zach's light. First shot over here on the right lane.
So what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing early read.
Yep.
You know, I don't know if Zach has loft in his repertoire of tricks, but he may want to incorporate some loft like Spencer's doing, or he's going to have to go a little left to right in the front part of the lane.
Yeah, and then you run into the fact of, will the urethane, you know, when you try to hook it,
Will it
as
recover?
hard as he throws it,
Uh-huh.
will it get through the pins the right way? We have seen him, he's thrown reactive a couple of games. Zach was just to my left today and just to my right yesterday morning when he bowled, and he wasn't stuck in this purple hammer by any means.
9 spare open, Tom, right? But he's still in the match. He's only 23 behind.
Yep, and as you go, each shot gets a little bit more important because you know you're moving up the ladder. You're bowling for a little bit more money every match. So
he gave that one room, and it never recovered from that far out. He hit the OB there.
yeah, that one looked to me to be quite a bit more firm as well.
And that's a tough feeling. I mean, you feel all alone when this happens because you come over here and you're getting an early hook and you got to get it through it. But when you increase that speed or you change that trajectory, you make those adjustments, down lane reaction becomes almost impossible.
Yeah, and I can't express just how touchy they are.
Nice conversion.
Yeah.
So Zach's going to have an opportunity to sit down and think about this pair and what he wants to do. He's probably going to talk to his buddies.
He's actually going to talk to his college coach, Eric Liddig. Eric comes out and supports all of his current and former St. Ambrose Bees.
He had 18 on one squad.
Yeah. Pretty good shot. Oh,
How about that?
Little finger wag from Spence.
Take a look at that one again. Sending those pins across.
Look at he's throwing that ball 15 feet out on the lane, and look at how quick it starts hooking once it hits the lane.
Yeah. Yep. 32 mils too here. But the speed of the machine, that's one thing to look at when you look at an oil pattern graph. The speed of the machine was pretty quick here. The speed of the machine can go all the way down to 10. Here it was 18. 18, so a little bit quicker. It can go all the way up to 30. So nothing super fast, but just not applying that oil on the lane quite as thick as you may see on some other patterns.
That one. Pretty good shot. Pretty good comeback there. Yeah, I got that one a little bit further left.
Spencer rolling here. He's 80% strike so far here through 5 frames. Zach is in a situation here where he may just want to try something completely different. I like your idea. You've seen him go to reactive.
And he did. That's a phase 2.
That was a
Pretty
great
good shot.
Great move. Great read between he and his college coach, Eric. Take a look at this one. It just read it, came off the end.
Yep, a little bit further left with his feet, but breakpoint was in about the same spot. So we got the one on the right lane.
Zach, if he were to strike out, which is very difficult to do, he could bowl 232.
Needs that one to hook.
Yeah, that one did not read at all. Might have even thumped a hole there. I thought I heard a wobble, which sometimes can also delay hook.
Yeah.
Playing the outside part of the lane here, going up at it, I thought that was very difficult to do for the right-handers. Whether you're two-handed, one-handed, doesn't matter. And the reason why I may not say it may not be as hard for the lefties is because that's their bread and butter. That's where they're used to playing. A lot of right-handers. Oh my goodness! Did you see him roll? What the heck was that?
Look at how far that 7-pin slides and doesn't fall. Yeah, I actually migrated left today as we were going through, and by game 6 today, I was doing the old Mike Flanagan. I was throwing right over 20, right over the down lane rangefinder. Spence got that one a little left.
I want to look at that spare shot again. I think I got it here. Watch this 7-pin. Whoop. Bizarro.
Yeah. All right. Spence just need to run this 10-pin down. Spencer's pacing 204. Zach's max 198.
Again, this match here is to determine who will be the number 5 seed here today in our step ladder.
This match is for $100 and the opportunity to still win the $3,000. Loser's going to take home $1,000. That was a pretty good shot.
Yeah, that was good, because what you don't want to do at this point in the match is do something stupid. You don't want to big 4. You don't want to overshape it. You don't want to miss left in 3-7.
Yep.
So, Spence did something very smart there. It looked like to me he kind of wanted to jam it more in there and make sure he hit the 1-2, and that's exactly what he did. But when you do that, the result that you get sometimes is a plaque 7 like that.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, Mike.
That's the right play. Spence is a great spare shooter, covers it up. He is cruising right along here. He doesn't have to throw strikes to win this one. He's done his work already.
If Zach can figure out how to string some strikes here, Spence might have to throw a strike or 2 to get this win. That looks pretty good.
Moneyball. Great movie, by the way. Baseball season coming up.
Yeah, go Cubs go.
You guys can go ahead and throw the puke emojis up in the chat if you like. Got a lot of folks in the chat discussing who they want to win. Got a lot of folks cheering for all the competitors that are left here in this event.
Zach has to strike here to have any chance to win, in my opinion. Oh, and that's a pretty good shot.
Very nice. Very nice there. I know it won't show up in the results, but for him to be able to go to this reactive ball, throw a double on the right lane, come over to the left lane, miss a little right or roll over a hole or whatever happened, and then come back and hit the pocket. That doesn't show up on the scorecard, but we certainly do see the effort there, and that was a nice adjustment. And he'll be able to take that information and apply it later on throughout his bowling career. He'll remember shots like that in finals. He would have picked the 9-10.
They always bounce out when you don't need them to bounce out.
Yep. So here's Spencer. He's not quite in, hey, let me test some other stuff territory. He still has to stay focused here and hit in the pocket. But right now, Zach, the max he can do is 178. So once Spencer has 178 in the bag, he can use the rest of the game as practice.
That's pretty good.
He puts himself in an opportunity here after this next shot that he could go up in the 10th frame and just use the entire 10th frame as practice information. I don't see Spence really changing his look or bowling ball preference. I think he's got a couple of urethane balls he can switch back and forth from. I think he's got 3 of them, actually. Right now it's pitch black, and that one was thrown right up the lane.
Yeah.
That left lane has given him some fits. In the 3rd, he split, and now he splits in the 9th.
Yeah, and Zach's last 2 shots were pretty good. He's struck, since both shots on the right lane since he's switched to the reactive ball. If Spencer doesn't run this down and Zach strikes out, he could force Spencer to mark in the 10th. What a spare.
That was a heck of a spare. Spare shoota out there. Nice job, Spence.
Really good shot from Zach there. He's aced all 3 of them on that lane. That one might even been a little left. Laid there, got through the pins correctly. Unfortunately for Zach, the rough start is going to be his demise.
Yeah, since switching to reactive, strike, missed right, strike, wrapped in, strike, strike.
It's going to be a 6th place finish for Zach.
Yep, $1,000. $160 entry fee, get you $1,000 for a weekend worth of work.
Not bad, little fun weekend.
$162 the final score. See what Robars does here. Lofting it,
A little more
trying
loft.
to curve it more.
Yeah,
Trying to go around it.
That was left.
But that's just a tester shot right there. He wanted to see what it would do.
Yeah. Go make this spare if you want another shot here to maybe get another look at something. He hits the pocket, does not make the spare.
All right, so 189 to 162. Spencer Robars advances. He's going to take on our number 4 seed, Logan Williams, coming up here in just a moment right here on Inside Bowling. We're going to get our cameras set. When we come back, Tom and I will call the action right here from Waterloo. Looks like the players are about ready to go here. Looks like that was, I believe, the last practice ball. Get our first look at Logan Williams, number 4 seed.
Yet another former college bowler. Logan bowled at Robert Morris.
Logan was plus 201. Spencer Robars was 8th at plus 165 for 13 games of qualifying. We've moved down to lanes 23 and 24 now. Robar is going to get things started again. Keep wanting Spence to start, don't they?
Yeah. As I've said many times on our broadcasts, if I'm the oncoming guy, I like to finish first, unless I've got a huge discrepancy in the lanes. Spence coming up light there. Leaving the 3-5. Oh. And chops the 3 straight back off the 5. Logan going with urethane. He threw that pretty much all day today. Logan was just to my right for the 6 games this morning. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Logan just makes the 10 pin. Might have slid it into the 8. There he got strike. Got that one up high flush to get the 10 out. All right, see if Spencer can regroup here.
Again, this match here on 23 and 24. The next match will be on 21 and 2. We'll come back to 23 and 4 and then back to 21 and 22 to finish things out here in the stepladder. Looks like his look on this pair here is just a little bit in, unless he got it in and he was fortunate to get that one to hold.
Yeah, kind of, you know, his reaction looks like he might have got a break there.
So let's think about the rest of the finals from a lefty versus righty standpoint. We've got Spencer Robars taking on Logan Williams, lefty versus righty. We're going to have, in the next match, we got Jordan Monens. He is left-handed. Kai Evans is right-handed, and Cam Crow is left-handed.
Oh, pretty good shot there from Spence.
Take a look at that one again. Look at the pins dance left and right. There you go.
Head pin came across there with bad intentions. But there was nothing to hit.
No, there wasn't.
I'm disappointed.
Not much right there.
See if Logan can keep his 11-pin lead here. Oh.
Oh, I thought he was going to roll it for a minute.
Yeah. It's unique with the format of this event. You know, you make the step ladder. You actually sit for about an hour and a half or so, maybe even longer.
Yeah, depending on what seed you are.
Yeah, to bowl. You know, so Logan's first up in the step ladder, qualifying 4th. But we've had to watch 3 other matches before Logan got to bowl. Where Spencer's been out there bowling every match, so he's got a nice rhythm.
You know, and live streaming does add an element to this. It does add a little more pressure. A lot of people are watching. You know, you think about it a little bit. It's not national television by any means, but Joe does like having multiple people have an opportunity to bowl in one-on-one matches to gain that experience in case they do want to go on to bowl, you know, on a bigger stage. And I do like that for the fact of coming here. You know, this is the 23rd major event up here in Iowa that we've done, and we've streamed about 20 of them. I've missed a couple for other engagements, but we've seen a showcase of talent multiple times here all throughout these step ladders, these extended step ladder formats. Nice shot there by Logan.
Yeah, there's been a year when the PBA tour, we had to bowl in Lincoln. We went from Columbus to Lincoln back to Indianapolis, and that year we saw quite a few tour players: Andrew Anderson, Sean Maldonado, Tom Doherty, Chapman, AJ Chapman, the Spar brothers, Lavery Spar brothers. There was quite a few players that stopped in that year. Spencer, after the mistake in the first frame, has fired back with a turkey. That one's got to get up.
Yeah, that one was thrown way more up the lane. I don't know if he moved left on that one or not, but compared to what we saw earlier in the match, that ball much further outside.
Fortunate to just leave the 6 pin.
So Spencer, if he were to strike out, would bowl 258.
Yep.
And Logan can bowl 270?
Yep.
A Dutch 270.
I was going to say, what kind of 270?
Yep. Tom has established that when we work on Bowl TV together a couple weeks ago, he let everybody know that anytime he goes spare, strike, anything, that's a Dutch.
Yep.
So this would be a Dutch 270. Okay.
All right. Got him some ball game here.
Great shot. Logan bowls these events all the time. He's made some finals. No stranger to this. Live stream here on Inside Bowling, as we've brought you so many of these events. All right.
Couple of really good shots right there from Logan Williams.
Yeah, Spencer's got his hands full here in this match. Real quick, I want to talk about the other winners. Back in 2011, the inaugural event, Matt McNeil took it home. In 2012, we had one event. Both of those were in September. McNeil and Sapp came back and won. Derek Sapp in 2012. That was the first event that I streamed. And in 2013, 2 events, Heilman and Poley. In 14, Casey Murphy and yourself. You got your first one, Tom, in 2014. In 2015, Matt Smith and Steve Keeler took home honors in the 2 events, the 2 majors we have up here. In 2016, it was Dave Barras and Casey Murphy became a 2-time champion. And then in 2017, it was Vince Biondo, Chris Pearson. All right, Spencer, trip out that 6-pin there. And then in 2018, it was Nick Pate. You took home your 2nd title in 2018 in September. And then Michael Martell took home honors in 2019 with Dave Barras. Dave Barras became a 2-time champion. Tom Hess, you won a 3rd time, buddy, in 2020. Nate Stubler won later in that year. And then in 2021, it was Dan Healy, and Nate Stubler repeated, so he became a 2-time champion. And then in 2022, we had Matt Gasson won this event last year in 2022 in January, and Chad Nelson took home the honors in September of last year at Maple Lanes. Chad Nelson, the winner. So those are your winners here. This is the 23rd edition. It's a long list to go over.
Some talented players on that list. Oh, running it out. Here we go. We got us a match.
Boom. $258 to $270 if they both strike out.
Yes, sir.
What do you think the winning score is going to be?
237.
Yep, I was going to say the exact same number.
Great minds think alike, Michael.
Sometimes. All right, Logan, prove us wrong. Oh, no. 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 An 8-10? What year is this? Oh,
Yep.
man.
Ball wasn't driving enough. We see on that replay the 5-pin goes right in front of the 8-pin.
Yikes.
Seen some pins bounce out here.
It wanted to.
That one, like it went into the black hole. Thump.
All right, well, we both said 237 would be the number to win. Right now, the best Logan can do is 236, so that would not be enough according to us. But hey, there's a lot of game left here. This strange oil pattern, you got to be really on top of it here. If I'm Logan here, you just got to go up. You got to try to get a strike here and sit down and just kind of reset and hope Spencer can go up and give you a bit of a break somewhere in here.
Yeah, you just got to forget about that. It wasn't an awful shot. He just probably missed it a little bit at the bottom. It was on line. And then the ring 10.
So now the max score 226 for Logan. Jordan Monens is practicing down there, getting ready for his match with the winner. All right.
Good spare.
Not a good 7th and 8th on the scoreboard for Logan, but both shots hit the pocket.
Yeah, that 8-10, that's a little bit of an unfortunate break. Definitely didn't deserve that.
All right, so here's Spencer now, right lane.
Spencer's been light and been throwing them around here.
He's
Nothing.
just threading it.
Nothing light about that one.
He is threading it. Look at this. He's playing, what, 10 to 5, maybe?
Yeah, it might even be a little bit further left than that, Mike. Might be more like 8 to 5, just firing it up the lane. He's not lofting it as far as he was earlier.
You're right.
He's getting it down onto the lane a little quicker.
But we've seen him on the left lane. It seems like he's a little bit further left, at least on the last shot he was. Last couple on this left lane. Money.
That's a really good shot there. Not going to be able to see where he crossed the arrows there because he's going to be right in the way. But, yeah, he's looks to be, from the angle we're sitting at, a little bit further to the left on the left lane than he is on the right.
That's going to all but mathematically eliminate Logan Williams.
It's
going to come home. 5th position.
5th position, $1,100.
And Robarge keeps rolling. Old Spencer out there doing his thing on a 39-foot oil pattern when they're tough.
Yep.
He's tough when they're tough. And the oil pattern is medium or short. Not to say you can't bowl on a long pattern, but sometimes you got to shape it a little bit on a long pattern. Sometimes get out of urethane. He can do it. He can do it. But this is his A game. He loves this.
Yeah. Young man has already made a show at the U.S. Open, so he can definitely play. Really good shot there from Logan. Games go so fast when you get into the one-game match.
Yeah, I mean, even if he bowls 213 this game right here, I think you might have asked him before the match, hey, you're going to bowl 213. You want to take that, or you want to take your chances? He might have taken the 213.
Yeah, really only, the 2 bad shots, the one in the 3rd where he left the 3-pin, and the one there in the 9th where he left the 2-4-5. The other ones weren't bad, I mean, just missed him a little bit at the bottom, or all of a sudden, when the guy you're bowling has a turkey and a 4-bagger, you just don't have quite enough. Very solid weekend for Logan. 5th place finish.
Well, if you're Spencer, what do you do here? You just keep firing the pitch black and go with your score, or do you switch balls? What do you?
I think if I'm Spencer right here, I just try to do something to stay comfortable. Something to make me see what I want to see, because I'm moving pairs. I'm not looking for ball reaction on this pair per se.
Looks like he's picking up another pitch black.
If he does win the next match, he's going to come back to that pair.
Yep.
So him and Logan having a little conversation here. That one picked up earlier.
Yep, looks like it's got a little more surface on it. It's pitch black.
Yeah. And
he's got this red ball here.
hot cell.
And this thing doesn't hook very much. At least when I've seen him switch to it and try it, it hooked less. Or I should say it hooks differently. But
Yeah.
it didn't look much different there. Spencer Robarge cruising along, 258 over Logan Williams, 201. Coming up next, we've got one Spencer Robarge taking on the Jordan Monins coming up right here on Inside Bowling. We'll be right back. Mike and Tom with you.
else we can do while we're waiting? Anything else we can do while we're waiting? I'll start taking that down, or are you going to come back into the...
I'll interview the winner.
Okay.
All right, looks like practice has concluded. So here we are. We now have our number 3 seed, Jordan Monens. He's been sitting for a little while, taking on Spencer Robars. We got a battle of lefties here, Tom.
Yeah. A couple of college players again here. Jordan, another St. Ambrose Fighting Bee. Spencer, of course, a Wichita State Shocker.
206 over for Jordan Monens. Spencer Robars, we keep mentioning, was 165 over, so Jordan 41 pins better through qualifying, gets him into third. And Spencer again going to start the match.
Yep, the higher seeds continuing the theme of wanting to finish first.
So we saw a little push down lane here on 21 and 22, or at least on lane 21 for Spencer on the opening shot there. Didn't look too different than what he was using on the last pair, but it looks like this left lane may be a little tighter for him.
Well, that's the same thing he did to start the last match. I wonder, you know, just a little bit of the juices flowing, because this one counts, and, you know, he just threw 6 shots of practice that looked pretty good. And all of a sudden when it matters, you throw it just a little bit harder. Going back to the loft and the hook makes the spare. Didn't look like you wanted to shoot that. Gonna be more urethane. Jordan throwing the purple hammer.
Nice opening shot from Jordan.
Yeah, he gets the light swisher there.
Now, this is a guy that knows what ball he's going to throw today. He's wearing a hammer shirt with purple sleeves.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is that not just totally color matching and coordinating your bowling ball perfectly?
Yeah, that definitely passes the Flanagan.
Yep. And the pants to go with it.
Yeah, gray pants.
I wonder if he's
Gray and purple shirt.
Does he use inserts? He should have gray, like charcoal gray inserts. I don't know if they make those or not.
Another
you
light
go.
swisher. Oh, that didn't
Wow.
count. He didn't even knock it over. Still standing up. Put the 6 pin standing up in the left gutter.
Watch this one again.
Watch this 6 pin, folks. And stays standing up.
One thing I do like about Robars, he's a quick worker. He just gets up there. Takes a little bit of time on the approach, but he's up and ready to bowl all the time.
Yeah.
He got a round on that one nicely. I thought that one was going to get that 7 out for sure. Looked like he gave that one a little extra at the bottom.
Pretty good shot. Might have been just a little bit firm.
Ooh, all right.
Don't have to hit him in the middle. Makes you feel a little bit better if you do.
So last time Spencer was on this lane, from our vantage point, he was either a little firm or might have missed a little bit at the bottom. I don't think he had a targeting issue here. I wonder if, you know, I don't want to overthink this here, but I wonder if Spencer would use that little bit stronger pitch black and just throw it the exact same way on this left lane.
Yeah, that one. That one definitely didn't pick up. I think maybe he does need to go to that other pitch block that picks up just a little bit sooner.
Spencer has such a unique ball roll when he throws at his spares.
Yeah, it just doesn't really hook at all.
It just
just
flops down there.
roll. Yeah,
It's if Nelson Burton Jr. was on this broadcast, he would say what Spencer does here is he gives him the old cutter. He gives it the old cutter down the lane. All right, well, all eyes on Jordan here. He started with a double. He's very comfortable here. Looking to take down Spencer, who's been on a roll. Third frame, here we go. Oh, okay. Light as well.
Yeah.
Light as well. You know, I also wonder, with the traffic on the left side of the lane during all the practice shots, both guys throwing urethane, if that maybe might make him a little bit tighter down lane because Spencer's got some traffic over there with him here.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mike. Don't know who bowled on these. As we've said many times during this broadcast, these are not fresh. This pair has already had 6 games bowled on it, and who knows how many lefties bowled on it, what they did earlier, and now both guys throwing urethane almost right on top of each other. Might be creating some of that carry down. Gotta be honest, all 3 of Jordan's shots have really been light. The first 2 struck.
Yeah.
But
the one had that 6-pin come dancing across, remember?
Yeah.
So neither player running over the 1-2 right now.
No.
But the minute you start trying to make those adjustments is the minute you can get into trouble. If you're hitting the 1-2, that's important. But, you know, maybe a ball change. I know they got multiple options with these urethanes. They got some pin down, pin up, newer, older, all that kind of stuff. That was just yanked. That was just dead inside.
Try to get one up there.
Very fortunate just to leave the 4-pin.
Yeah, that could have very easily 4-6'd.
Spencer's thinking about what he's going to do. He's actually kind of pondering. He's putting his knuckles on the bowler's area, on the little settee ledge. He's fanning his hand with his rosin or with his chamois. He's got a circular chamois. He's chomping at the bit to get up there, I think.
Yeah, he's ready.
Here he comes.
Doesn't look like he's making a ball change. I think he's got 2 of them up there, I believe. But
well, he had a pretty good shot on 22 the last frame. Perfect.
That one's really good.
Something he didn't like about it. I don't know if he got around it or was up the lane. I don't know I don't know all his little subtle tendencies are here, but that looked good to me.
Yeah, I wonder if he's learning from some of them pros. I think some of the times they let go and they want to react like, oh, I got a break.
Maybe a little
Actually threw it
gamesmanship.
pretty good.
Maybe making his opponent think, man, he threw it that bad and he still struck. I'm in trouble. No, I don't think Spence does that, but I'll tell you what, this is massive on the left lane here.
Yeah. Can get this back to a 2-pin match.
What does he do here? Does he not loft it as much? Does he soften up on the speed? Does he try to rotate it more? Well, we will see.
Softened it up, threw it a little bit further out on the lane. And that one absolutely ran him over.
Nice adjustment there. Let's take a look at it again in slow-mo.
He's going back to the loft, gets that one a little further out on the lane, a little slower. That one read them. Spencer's 266 max. Jordan can still bowl 268.
That's a lot of score. The thing that's important here, and this is why they're this far in the event, is look at the scoreboard, Tom. No opens.
No opens. Another light one.
Our number 2 seed, Kai Evans, has started warming up down on the practice pair. Kai, right-handed two-hander, very tall and lanky. That's who we're going to see coming up in the next match. Glad you're with us here on Inside Bowling. Mike Flanagan, Tom Hess here with you. 2023 Ebonite Winter Classic here at Cadillac XBC. Waterloo's going to be right here in this bowling center hosting the PWBA event, 3 tournaments coming up in August right here. So that's going to be really cool for everybody here in Waterloo. All the bowling fans will be able to see the PWBA.
Yeah. Won't be around. I'll be down in Florida, finishing up the PBA 50 season.
You're 50?
No. I'm way older than 50.
Oh, man, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
How long have you been bowling on a 50 tour? A couple years?
Couple.
Okay. I'll have to get on
getting
Google.
ready.
I'll have to.
Getting ready for season 3.
Season 3, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Stranger Things got really good in season 3.
Did it?
Yeah, maybe you'll get good in season 3, huh?
Okay.
All right. Back to the action here. All right. Oh man. Now that
Another.
one. Yeah, we've seen multiple 3-pin combinations on the left lane by the lefties now.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Momentum, right? You look at the scoreboard, right? You got Jordan starts with the double. Oh boy, here we go. Jordan's coming, right? But then you got Spencer who's got the double here now. So advantage Spencer, right? Because he's figured him out and he's lined up midway through the match, and lanes are going away from Jordan.
Yep, and all of a sudden with the 7 count, Spence takes the lead count-wise. I just want to go back to your comment about, oh, no. Try to make it hook, get it over there, chops it. About how happy I'll be if I finally get good on the PBA 52 this year. It'll be a good year. I'll take it.
Well, I enjoyed Stranger Things season 1 and 2 quite a bit, but season 3 is when it got good.
Okay.
And season 4 was $30 million an episode.
PBA better get to work if I'm going to make $30 million an episode on season 4.
Okay. Strange Donuts is all I'm thinking about right now. Okay, here we go. Come on, Spence. Right lane. Let's see if you get the triple. Getting through it. There it is.
Yep. But light.
You say Bud Light, one of our sponsors here?
His,
Is that what you said? Let's take a look at this. Spencer right up against that ball return. You see his foot does hop a little bit there.
Head pin. Carries the light swisher. He was flush the last 2 shots. But
He is fun to watch.
he is.
Been kind of waiting for him to bowl good. Covered him a few events here recently. It's nice to see him out here bowling good because he's been tearing it up in the collegiate ranks. And that's not easy to do being a lefty.
Well. Then he tries to make it get up the hill. 247.
Yeah, let's not forget just how hard they are too. I
Yeah.
mean, you just make a little bit of a bad shot and you almost look like you have no idea what you're doing, and you just barely missed. You missed by a quarter.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
all right. Well, he's gonna give him the cutter, as Nelson Burton Jr.
Yeah.
would say. Here we go. Gives him the cutter.
Kind of a little bit of a left-handed backup ball he
It
does
is.
there.
It is,
You know,
but
it kind of.
He's so good at that. It's an ugly ball roll, though. I will say it's ugly. It's ugly to watch, but very effective.
It works.
All right, what are we looking scoreboard here? We're looking at a 20-pin match right now. Monens needs to figure out how to get 10 knocked down in the 1-2 pocket. Oh,
Jordan's.
wow.
Oh, that's,
That was almost 0.
yep.
That was a pitch out there.
The good news is no count lost.
That was fast.
Was on an open. Jordan picks this up. His max score would be 223. Spencer currently pacing 213.
Three 6 in the 7th. Now max score of 212.
Yep. Jordan just needs to take a deep breath here. Relax. A lot of bowling left. Spencer does have a turkey, but he's also got 3-7 counts up there through 7 frames. Jordan, you make a good shot here. Still keeps a little bit of pressure on Spencer. Rolled that one really good. That's his best shot of the match right there.
Sometimes you just need to relax a little bit. That was a beaut. So Spencer's going at a 213 pace. And what we mean by that is strike spare, strike spare. So if he does that, he bowls 213. Jordan, the best he can do is 212. Spencer does have the triple, but those are the only 3 strikes he's gotten. As you mentioned, Tom, you've got those 7 counts up there as well. A lot of possibilities here. What are you gonna do here, Spencer? Up the lane? Oh, that was jammed in there. That was right off his hand.
Yes, it was. That's a good 9. Of course, we talked about how good of a spare shooter Spence is, and steps up and takes care of that with no problem.
Scoreboard tells that story. So this left lane is the lane that if either player gets a little quick with it or misses a little bit at the bottom, you're staring at a 3-pin combination here.
Yeah, Spencer's only struck 1 time on this lane. His other 3 shots, he's got 7.
I'm wondering if Spencer isn't going to throw a very similar shot to what we just saw on lane 22. Maybe move the feet 1 left, move his eyes 1 right, and throw it a little bit harder.
He's got to get it out on the lane. The last one he threw over here, he got out on the lane and it rolled up and ran him over. He didn't get that one out as far on the lane, but it was dead high flush.
Can't really throw it any better than that.
No. All right. Spencer's max score, 232. Jordan can bowl 212.
Yeah, and if Jordan strikes out that and does get to 212, Spencer would need a strike in the 10th frame.
Yes, he would. To win, spare strike would be a tie. That's a pretty good shot.
Better. Much better. Great style down and through the shot. Beauty.
The last 2 shots are probably Jordan's best 2 shots of this match.
Being a little more deliberate here, taking a little bit of time. I actually like this in this situation.
As do I.
Making Spencer think about it a little bit, but also being able to clear the mechanism, get your brain right to be able to go up and make a good shot here on a very tough oil pattern and try to keep your tournament alive right here.
That's left.
Sure was. Well, Spencer Robar is going to keep moving on.
Yes, he is. Going to move back over to 23 and 24, where he just bowled.
He's going to bowl Kai Evans.
Just bowled 258 on that pair with an open.
$1,300 is going to be the take-home pay here for Jordan Monens. Congratulations to him on finishing 4th at the 2023 Ebonite Winter Classic. Spencer Robarge will finish no lower than 3rd now.
Yeah, very solid weekend for Jordan.
Spencer's got some information on this pair here, and remember Cameron Crowe, the left-hander, he's our tournament leader. This will be the championship pair, 21 and 22, and we know they're a little tight down lane on this pair. Not an easy pair at all on the left. This is about the pacing I thought we would see.
Yeah, that could be to Kai's advantage if Kai can get past Spencer here in this next match for the opportunity to bowl Cameron. You know, we just watched Spencer bowl 258 on the other pair and then promptly move over here, and he's going to bowl 212.
Yeah, and clean at that, working for it.
Yeah, had that much more urethane traffic on this one pair of lanes. Yeah, 210.
210, 173.
Doesn't look all that comfortable. One turkey, only threw a total of 4 strikes.
Well, Spencer's going to move on and take on Kai Evans coming up in our next match. We'll have it for you right here. Mike and Tom back with you right here on Inside Bowling.
All right, here we go. Our semifinal match underway. Kai Evans against Spencer Robarge. Former teammates, I just found out. I went down and asked Kai. Kai was at Wichita State last year, but he has transferred up to Mount Mercy. He's redshirting this year, so he hasn't bowled any events. Kai must like the right lane better. He is elected to start the match.
Yeah, and we've seen this from Kai. He's a wild man. That's what I call him. He's a tall, lanky wild man out there. He was so loose during qualifying, especially during the Cashers round today. He bowled 299 on lane 17 and 18, okay? He had 2 Brooklyns on the right lane. So basically his miss, when he misses left, when he pulls it, he still has a very high percentage of getting a strike in the Brooklyn pocket. And no surprise, first shot here in the Stepladder finals, he may be a little nervous, makes a bad shot, but still gets a strike out of it. Spencer hits the pocket and leaves a 6-pin. But I don't want to take anything away from Kai, because Kai, when it came down in that 299 game, his last 4 shots were perfect. He's playing the extreme outside part of the lane. He's going to be using urethane just like Spencer is, but he's the right-handed version of him. Very tall kid, but still gets down and through it really good. But more on Kai here in a minute. It's all on Spencer here. He needs to spare this one up and go over and see if he can't figure out how to knock them all down here in the second frame on the left lane. He did just bowl a big game over here on this pair.
Yeah, game before. In our 5th match, Spencer bowled 258 on this pair.
And he's smart, so he knows how this pair plays, and it's only been sitting for 20 minutes. He's back over on it. This left lane, he was playing a little bit further out earlier.
That's the first really, really errant shot we've seen from Spencer. What do you think, Mike? 50-50 make here?
Man, it's so funny you just said that. I was just thinking, out on tour, what are the tour guys? 55, 60% on this?
That'd probably be a pretty good starting point. And he nails it.
That's perfect.
Mike, I'm going to go out on the limb and say 100% he makes this.
Well, I'll tell you that shot right there could win him the match.
Yes,
when
it
it comes
could.
down to it, man. Those spares are so important. But back to my man Kai here. All right, Kai Evans. He was bowling on the leaders pair with, the who's who here in this event, including the guys he's going to have to beat to get through it. But he was just having a good time. I mean, when you're tall like this, it is hard to post a shot. It really is. But he has got great fundamentals, and he's got the white belt working too, Tom.
Oh, the white belt club.
So he has yet to hit the strike pocket. I don't know if this pair is hooking a little bit more for him, but when I was watching him earlier, he was going a little left to right. Like, he wasn't hooking it a lot, but he was giving it a little bit of left to right through the front part of the lane just to give it that time to hook. Or I also saw him incorporate a little bit of loft as he came through our live stream pairs.
Might be a little bit of nerves.
Yeah, things we see a lot of times with people that are, not making many finals or on a live stream. Even though this isn't television, there's a lot of people watching. We got about 1,000 people watching or something right now, and it does add a little added pressure. But he's gonna have to slow himself down a little bit here, I think. You can get the feet moving a little bit quick, and that gives you're there before the ball, which causes you to tug the ball and miss your target left. It looks a little amped here just from the little bit that I've watched him here this weekend. He's taking a little more time here on the approach. I like this. Gave that one plenty of room, and that's what we wanted to see.
Yeah, that was a way better shot.
And that's what we've seen from him through qualifying. Let's take a look at this right here before Spencer gets back up.
Looked like that tempo was a little bit slower there. He projected that one to the right.
Yep.
A light swisher that we've seen carry so well from all these young, powerful two-handers.
So that's it. That's the key for Kai. A little left to right, at least to the arrows, and not parallel up the lane. Spencer left a 6-pin last time. No 6-pin that time. Slaps the 7 out on the right lane.
Much better shot out of Spencer. I think Spencer just needs to forget about the last shot he threw over here. I think it was just an errant shot. Needs to go through his process. Just step up here and make a good shot. He's also taking his time. Light swisher.
Very nice.
These young kids, man, they are so knowledgeable nowadays. So many opportunities for them to bowl. As I mentioned, Spencer's already bowled on TV on a PBA event, making the finals of the U.S. Open. Kai, I'm sure, has bowled several junior events. I can't imagine him not having some success previous to this. Watching his game, this is actually the first time I've seen him throw a shot.
Yeah, he's from Utah, as a matter of fact. Oh, all right.
That was a better shot.
Very similar to Spencer's 6-pin.
Yep.
Very similar. These guys are attacking the lanes. They got the same plan of attack as a right-hander and a left-hander.
Yep. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
He's dusting it off. He's very loose.
Yeah.
He's a loose player out
Yeah,
there.
he hit that one right in the middle of the side. He might have made the 410. See if he takes his time. I liked what he did here last time. Took a little bit more time in the third frame on this lane. That one's a little bit further right. Didn't get there. 2-8. Fortunate to get the 10 out of that. That was a big key this week. If you could get your ball when it was light to leave just the 2-8, not the 2-8 and the 10, that really helped your score.
Nice cover.
Very nice cover.
2-8. I don't want to throw it 2-8. I don't want to throw it 2-8. I don't want to throw it Spencer's 7. What did he leave? The 2-7-8 earlier?
Yeah.
I don't want to throw it any of that kind of stuff out here.
Yeah, the washout.
Yeah, no thanks.
Leave me one. Just leave me one.
Yeah. All right, Spencer. Here you are again, man. You can put yourself in a spot here in the 5th and the 6th to be on cruise control here to possibly bowl for the title. He's working on a double. That's in. That's way in. Oh, and he gets a break.
Wow.
He gets the Kai break. He gets the wild man break. Can you believe it, Tom? He gets the wild man break against the wild man. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at that pin action. And Spencer never wants to win that way.
Nope.
He never wants to win. But you know what?
Nobody wants to win that way.
Spence will take that.
But that's bowling.
I've watched this young man leave like 7, 9 pins through qualifying. I'm telling you, he's got 3 or 4 more of those left in this building that he should still have. And they might come back to get him here the rest of the way. He might get some more breaks because he deserves them. You talked about very early in our show, you're surprised that he had to bowl that early. Well, that's because he's been getting caught up in this place. He's going to capitalize, right? No, does not capitalize. Right at target again. Back-to-back shots, right at target.
Yeah, fortunate there to leave just the 4 and the 7. But make the spare here. You got a 16-pin lead.
We're going to see the cutter again, Tom.
Yep.
We're going to see the cutter. There it is. And you know that ball roll makes the 4-7 almost every time because of the way that it's rolling. It has no chance of chopping it. The only chance of chopping it with that ball roll is if he takes the 7 clean off.
Yep.
But that's not really considered a chop.
Yeah. To me, to chop it, you got to get the front one and not the back one.
Exactly.
And you got to chop it straight back. It's not missing it so far that you slide it in front of it.
So if Kai strikes on this ball, that would give him 98 and a 5th. So that would be a 16-pin match with a strike in hand. So he can get real close here.
Posted that one. Oh my goodness.
No.
What a silly game. What a silly game.
Look at this here.
Posted that. That's a really good shot. A high flush 9-pin. The urethane ball just gets rolling and it doesn't deflect. Pretty good shot. Maker spare.
You know, coming up and streaming these events, sometimes we get guys like Tony Manna. Sometimes we get guys like you. Chad Nelson won the last event that we streamed. We get to see these crafty veterans, and we get to see such a variety across all these events that we've streamed. This one here with these 2 young, talented players here, and then Cam Crow coming up. It's so interesting from event to event how sometimes the seniority pays off, but sometimes the youth pays off. And we've got a youth championship semifinal match and championship match right here.
Oh, that was just an errant shot.
Man. But he's in that zone where if he misses left, you know, he's going Brooklyn. He's already thrown a Brooklyn on that lane to start the match. So you got to give it room. And then it just goes left to right in hydroplanes. So we were talking about, remember, we talked about back in the second frame when Spencer made that washout?
Mm-hmm.
My man Kai here needs to make it as well.
Be a big shot for him as well. He doesn't like it. Is he going to bounce it out
Oh,
of the
the
back?
wild man. That's the
There we
wild man
go.
hit right there.
There we go.
That is it. Look at him.
Yeah.
That is the wild. I watched this guy do this kind of stuff all day today.
Yeah.
That's power. Oh, man.
That speed and power and bouncing them all around.
So he can bowl 223 still. So Spencer needs 224 to be home free. That's pretty good. Oh, no, it didn't hook.
Yeah.
Through the front part of the lane, I thought he projected that one good. After back-to-back shots where he came in high.
Probably made a little move. Showing you just how tricky they are. Another square I wouldn't want to shoot right now. Spencer to maintain his 17-pin lead and looking down at the approach.
Well, that's tough. And now we got a 6-pin match.
Yep. Just got to regroup here, though, if you're Spencer. You still got the lead. Get up here and throw this strike, and no matter what Kai does in his 8th and 9th, you cannot be shut out. you're going to have the opportunity to strike out and win. Light swisher. Wonder if there's a little bit of nerves going on with both these young men.
Yeah, I think maybe nerves and lane transition, right?
Yep.
Because now Spencer's running into his own traffic on this pair again. And we saw on the last pair where there were two lefties throwing urethane, they started getting squirrely, and he bowled 212, right?
Yep. I think both guys are throwing it just a little bit too hard, in my opinion. I think if they would slow it up, give it a little bit of time to read the lane.
Yeah, but I think their worry to combat that just a little bit here, because I do agree with you, but I think that their worry is, hey, this has been bowled on all day,
That it's going to.
and the heads are hooking so much that if I dare throw it into the lane a little bit, Kai's going to go Brooklyn, right? Although that might not be a bad play for Kai. His
Right.
Brooklyn percentage is so good. And I'm kidding, of course, but yeah, I mean, I still like Spencer's loft. I think Spencer could cut the ball speed back a little bit and just loft it more.
Kai's making a ball change. Kai is. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think this might be a pitch black instead of the purple. But that's definitely a ball change, and that was really good. Looks turned around with a look of confidence after this one. Look at this. That's his best shot of the match right there.
Yep, very smart.
219 max for Spencer, 223 max for Kai. So now it's a big shot for Kai. No matter what if Kai strikes here, no matter what Spencer does, Kai's going to have the opportunity to step up and win the match in the 10th frame.
Again, I like how he's being nice and deliberate here. Got to get it going left to right. He does.
It's pretty good. Oh, and that one overhooked.
Yep. Through the front part of the lane, it looked good. But right through the nose for the 4, 6, 7, 10, the big four.
Don't know if he just caught that one a little bit extra. You know, I agree with you, Mike. I think it was on target. We've already seen him bounce one out here. Gave her a pretty good shot.
Max score 189. Spencer going at a 179 pace. Excuse me, 199 pace. Well, Spencer can just go ahead and handle it here. If he can get to 190.
Yep, just go up. Make a good shot. Oh,
Light again.
another bucket. Now he's thinking about the fact that he just missed it last time on this lane.
Yep.
There's-
What's happened here, folks, is the front part of the lane is hooking, and there's oil down the lane, and you have to get it through the hooking part of the lane. But to do that, speed comes into play, and when you throw it hard and the pattern's getting stretched longer, it has less time to get to the strike pocket, which means your ball's not going to hook. And that's why Spencer has left this twice on the right lane. Oh, okay. You know, Spencer's body language sometimes reminds me a little Matt McNeil.
A little bit.
Who won our first one of these back in 2011. And was on the call for the second one with Derek Sapp when he bowled 300 in the title match.
Be interesting to see what Spencer does here. Doesn't have a 9 count in the last 4 frames. I personally think he needs to go back to the loft and slow the speed down a little bit. Get it over the hooking front part of the lane give it a chance to read through the carry down. Pretty good shot right there.
So that gives him 185, so he would need 5 pins on the next 2 balls.
2 shots to get 5.
And Spencer Robarge is going to come all the way out of the bracket, from the very opening matches of the bracket, all the way to the title match.
Yeah, that hasn't been done very many times. Did Dave Barris win from the first match one time? I know somebody has. Can't remember who it was.
I think it was one of the ones I didn't stream.
Okay.
So Spencer Robarge moves on to the title match to take on his buddy Cam Crow. A couple of the best up-and-coming lefties there are in our great sport will be bowling for the title here in Waterloo. 195. So Spencer's last 2 games, what was it, 212, 195?
Yeah.
But hey, you got to hand it to the wild man. My guy right here. Kai Evans finishes 3rd. He was fun to watch today.
Yeah.
You know, we wish him all the luck in his future endeavors, both with his academics as well as his collegiate bowling career moving forward. I'm looking forward to seeing him up here at more events that we stream right here in Waterloo. Hopefully we see him in September at Maple.
Yeah, even though things didn't go his way today, he still looked like he had some fun out there, you know.
There's a backup ball. How about that? All for good fun right there. Kai Evans comes home 3rd. Spencer Robarge advances to take on Cam Crow. We'll have the championship match coming up here in just a moment right here on Inside Bowling. All right, everybody, here we go. 2023 Ebonite Winter Classic. Final match. Championship match. Spencer Robars, our number 8 seed, taking on the number 1 seed, Cameron Crowe. Looks like I need to fix that graphic down there. Tom Hess, Mike Flanagan here with you. Battle of the Lefties.
Yeah, it should be a very exciting match. Both of these young men, Team USA members, lots of success in the amateur ranks. I expect this to be a very exciting match. Cameron electing to start the match.
Yeah, not a lot of practice for Cam. Just the shots here on this pair that we saw.
Yeah, I was a little intrigued by that he decided not to warm up before coming on, just throwing the 6 practice shots.
And I think the 3-pin combination is going to be the key to the match here. They're obviously hooking early, tight down lane, using urethane, trying to get that ball to recover. We saw Spencer in the last match leave a couple of buckets, which also contains the 3-pin, of course, the front pin of the bucket. And I think who can control their break point the most is going to probably take this one home.
Yeah, it'll also be interesting to see how, with both of these guys throwing urethane again, just how much they transition. We saw the match before on this pair, 2 lefties, as Spencer beat Jordan Monens, and Spencer only threw the 1 turkey, stayed clean that game, only bowled 210 with the turkey. So
really had to work at it, yeah.
Yeah, there was obviously some transition going on during that match, and I expect to see some more transition during this match. Spencer with the light strike there to start the match.
Let's take a look at it again. Robars right up against the ball return. He's got a little bit of room still there.
He's further left and straighter. Be interesting to know. Didn't really pay attention. Didn't ask him if he's still throwing the same pitch black he's been throwing or if he's switched balls here. Another bucket.
Spencer is going to have to finish on this left lane. These guys would be 30 pins a game better if you let me walk down to the back ends and re-strip the back ends.
Pretty good spare there.
66% so far here in the last couple matches for Spencer on that spare. Cam taking his time.
Another 3-pin combination. 3-9.
I wish there was a magic adjustment for these guys because they're both going to battle the same thing. And without doing anything too crazy, there really isn't much you can do. Because the only way to get the ball into the strike pocket with more angle is to give it more time off the end of the pattern, which means slower ball speed. But the minute you slow it down, it's going to hook 3 foot sooner.
Yeah, that's why I said that I think, I don't know that Cam can do it. I've never seen Cam really throw it out on the lane. But we saw Spencer throwing it out onto the lane earlier today. I think Spence should, just my opinion, should slow his ball speed down and throw it out onto the lane a little bit to get it over that early hook.
Yeah, he's capable of getting it past the arrows.
And then giving it the time to hook through all that carry down.
You could also go to a very tame, reactive ball, potentially. Perfect for Cameron Crowe.
Really good shot there.
That one was just right up it. So Cameron Crowe, our top seed, he was the class of the field here. He was 411 over.
Yeah, Cam is the 2020 U.S. Amateur champion.
He also won junior gold U20 2 years ago in Indianapolis. Great shot by Spencer.
Spencer's won a couple of divisions of junior gold.
Game on.
Boy, it looked like he didn't like that. Don't know what he didn't like about it.
Well,
looked pretty good to me.
Or he's just talking to the pins. You know, he's got a
Yep.
little thing going on with the pins down there. You know, just saying, hey, you're gonna strike this time? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. This left lane's key. And we saw Cam, it looked like he almost moved left and just jammed it up there. You know, moved further away from the head pin and just didn't let it even get going left at all, just right at the pocket.
A little bit of loft there. That's a pretty good shot.
That is perfect.
Yeah, I was watching Cam when he threw his last practice shot. It was on that lane, and he lined up, set up like he was going to go, and then he stopped, and he cheated his feet just a little bit further left, and he struck on that last practice ball he threw on lane 21.
I feel like these lanes are so hard right now, yet we look at these two young men, and you've got strike, spare, double. 2 spares and a strike, and I would be willing to bet here that Cam is going to go up and strike on this ball because these guys are just so good at this, and Cam has seen all the transition. I mean, he's seen it through 2 different blocks of qualifying, 7 games and 6 games. It's not like he's a stranger to this.
Nope, not at all. Oh, that was well left.
Almost had some pin action there to carry that. And you describe that as way left, and yes, I would describe it the same, but when we say way left, you know, so if we're bowling league, way left is an arrow miss.
Yeah, it's
This
not
is
an
what-
arrow
this
left.
is what, 2 boards, maybe? Board and a half?
Again, we know that there's been at least one match with 2 lefties on this pair, not counting all the bowlers that bowled on it today. These pairs were not re-oiled for the finals. It was we bowled 6 games. They cut to the top 10. We had some matches over on 15 through 18. Then we moved over, bowled on 19 and 20, and now this is our second match on 21 and 22. That one was right. Again, man, it's so hard. What time are we done with qualifying? I didn't even look, but it's 4:15 now.
About 12:30.
Yeah, so he's been sitting about 3.5 hours. Been in this situation before. I've lost two of these from the number 1 seed. One of them was to King. Doesn't he? He won one, didn't he?
Well, hold on here. Take you down a trip down memory lane here.
There, and he goes high. Oh, Cam doesn't. Who?
Stubler? Was it Stubler?
You know what? I think it was 2019. I think it was Dave. Because I think Dave beat Cam. I don't remember the year, but I mauled him on Sunday. I went like 360 over for the 6 on Sunday to lead by a lot and then lost.
That's bowling. That's
Yep.
stepladder format for you. All right, Spence.
Yep.
So there's a spare in the 5th. Strike, spare, double, spare. Cam, the best he can do is 235 now.
258 max for Spencer. That's going high. Oh, wow. I thought that one was going to go high. It's gone back to the loft.
I have some folks in the chat talking about the speed. The scoring monitors are putting these guys right at about 20. You got to take that for what it's worth. You never know the calibration of how accurate they are. But in the bowling center, they're both 19, 20 miles an hour speed.
Yeah, and then take into consideration that that's down at the end of the lane after those urethane balls have already slowed down. Oh, wow.
6-8. Bad break there. That was a pretty good shot by Cam. Cam in rough shape here. If he spares it, he can still 225.
Look at that. Oh,
Oh,
great try.
I thought he was going to
I
make
thought
it
he,
also.
off his hand, I thought he had it.
Just one strike through 6 frames in our title match for Cam.
214 max for Cam now. Spencer pacing 208.
Cameron is going to, or has struck on this lane before, going right up at him. It is where he's got his only strike. Cam will finish on the right lane.
Folks, these lanes are hard. These guys aren't bowling bad. These lanes are just that hard right now. We had 202 of some of the best bowlers in the Midwest come up and bowl this event. And it took a score of 47 under to make the top. 64 players that came back today. Cam was the class of the field. He was 411 over for the 13 games. Had an 80-pin lead over second place. And then it's 130 from that down to third. Spencer does not get the 7 out.
Spencer can consistently in the pocket, though, for the most part. Every once in a while, an errant shot, you see the 68 up there, but for the most part, Spencer has been around the pocket. Lanes have gotten harder throughout his journey here to the championship match.
Yeah, this will be the 7th match for Spencer to win today. If he wins, it's 7th match he bowled, regardless whether he wins or not.
Yeah, his journey, he bowled Kyle Kroll and won. And then he bowled Dan Healy and won. Then he bowled Zach Grime and won. Then he bowled Logan Williams and won. Then he bowled Jordan Monins and won. And just bowled Kai Evans and won. And now has to bowl Cam. And is bowling Cam. 7 frames in.
That's another pretty good shot.
Very good.
All right, Spencer pacing 207.
That's why this kid's #1 in college bowling right now for Wichita State. This guy, he's all over his strike pocket all the time. And the collegiate competition, they bowl on some brutal stuff. The Hoosier wasn't too long ago. Woo!
He bowled some stupid, insane number 850 something down in Dallas. Cam's no slouch either when it comes to those collegiate ranks. All right. Max 204 for Cam. 227 for Spencer.
Cameron Crow's got to get something going on here. I mean, he's got to find a way to double here. He's got to strike in the 8th and the 9th.
Yeah, no matter what Cam does, though, Spencer's going to have the opportunity to bowl up in the 9th and 10th and win no matter what Cam does here.
Cam's
there he
moved
went
in.
around it a little bit more,
Yep.
moved a little right, gave that one a little room. That's Cam's best shot of the match right there.
Not that I'm suggesting this, but this is one of those situations where I might take a re-rack.
Yep. Oh,
What a great
shot.
shot. Beautiful shot, Cameron Crow.
Did all he could do there in the 8th and 9th. He did put some pressure on Spence now.
Certainly did. Take a look at that one again.
Just for example, Spence goes 9 spare, 9 spare, 9. Cam can strike out to tie.
And I'm not so sure here what's going to happen. I'm really not, because the last 2 shots Spence has pretty much aced and has left those 7 pins. I would just throw it like that again.
That's pretty good playing. Another 7 pin.
It's 3 in a row.
That's a really good shot. Spence makes the 7 pin. Big shot right here.
Yeah, again, Cam can max at 204.
Yeah.
So
Strike here.
Yeah.
Needs 9 on the next ball. But if he gets 8 here, he has to strike to not be completely shut out if he makes the spare.
A lot of different possibilities here.
Mm-hmm.
204, the magic number. Right now, Spencer's at 176 plus count on his first shot here.
Oh,
And he gets 8. Well, we got to see how the spare game comes into play here. You know, it's strikes for show, spares for dough. We hear it all the time. We got a 2-7 here for Spencer. We've already seen him pick the 2-7-9. I would say Spencer's 80% or better on this spare. If he spares it and strikes, it would be 204. That's Cam's max.
And he made it.
He said, "Come on, baby."
All right.
That was it. That's worth a replay there. That's a huge spare.
Yes, it is.
All right. Strike. He can't be shut out. He can
Nope.
get tied. He can get tied with 204. 9. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But Cam throwing a triple here in the 10th frame, that's going to be tough.
I don't know,
all
man.
in itself.
The one he threw in the 8th was pretty good. He made that big move.
Yeah. And again, Spencer, clean game.
Yeah. Oh, 7 count.
3-pin combo. So Spencer Robars finishes with 201. Very simple, Tom, and we do the math all the time. Cam Crow's got to step up in the 10th frame. He's got to deliver the double. That'll get him to 194. Then he would need 8 pins to have 202. But he's got to have a double. Made a big move here. Did exactly what he needed to do in the 8th and the 9th. He moved in a little bit, especially on this right lane. Lanes are brutal right now. If he were to win this thing, this would be one of his greatest finishes and one of his best titles he's had in his young career.
Yeah, the winning score shows you just how hard they were. That looks pretty good. Oh.
Oh, he rolls the 3. Look at this. Pin spinning, pin spinning, pin spinning, slow rack. How about that? Whoa. Whoa. We got to get a score correction in here. Now, do you take a re-rack here
I would.
for yourself?
I would. Absolutely, I would.
There it is. So there's 20. I've talked about this before, but there's normally 20 pins in a rack. So those 10 pins that he just rolled the 3, he's bringing them back. He's bringing those right back into play here. All right, Cam Crow here. The strike is big, but he's still got to get his count behind it. But it starts right here.
Yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think he does after rolling the 3-pin? Just doesn't even worry about it and throws the same way again? Or you think he's thinking about it?
You know, if I roll a 2, I probably just try to throw it a little bit better.
Okay. Looks good. Oh, the messenger does not deliver.
Wow.
What a shot by Cameron Crow. What a shot. Let's take a look at it one more time.
This is sick. What a shot. Head pin right in front of the 7.
Cameron Crow was the class of the field this week, but gets defeated in the championship match. Spencer Robars, what a run there. Number 8 seed, making it all the way out of the bracket, and takes home the 2023 Ebonite Winter Classic, the 23rd edition of the major tournaments up here in Iowa. Tom, I want to thank you for joining me here in the booth.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mike. Always a pleasure to sit and call the action with you.
What a good one.
Yep.
Right here. I'm going to get Spencer Robars up here in the booth. I'm going to interview him, and then we'll finish up our broadcast here. Again, congratulations to Cameron Crow on finishing second. Spencer Robars bringing home the title. I'll be right back.
Spencer.
All right, everybody. I am with Spencer Robars right up here in the booth. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, nice job out there. A little fist pump there.
Thanks. Yeah.
Man, we haven't seen too many people make it out of the bracket all the way to the championship match, but you were able to do so today. And those lanes, they got tougher and tougher as they went on, didn't they?
Yeah. I didn't bowl very good in the first 6 games, and kind of thought we were going to rerun them. And then I found out we weren't, and I was like, well, I got to make do with what I got, which wasn't much. So I bowled 230 the last game to get in because I was on the bubble, and then just got fortunate. And towards the end, we started bowling on the same pairs, so I had a little bit of friction in the same spots. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so, I mean, you've had a great start to your young career, obviously. I mean, you dominated. I used to bowl the tournaments back in St. Louis, the Gateway tournaments, and I don't think they could put any more stars and these pins on your banner. And it seemed like you just win at every single level through everything youth-wise. And then at the U.S. Open, you bowled great out in Reno. And then you've bowled some tour stops. I've covered you recently and haven't really been able to take the next step.
Yeah.
But on the college ranks, you're killing it right now.
Yeah.
So when we came into this tournament, I thought, 39 feet, right? So you're gonna have a friction.
Right.
And you've gotten so good at getting the ball down the lane and getting it to come off the spot. I thought, Spencer might be pretty good here this week. And it seemed to pay off and play right into that for you.
Yeah. Well, it was a stroke of luck we even came. I was looking for something to bowl, and I think it was Monday, and my friend TJ, he drove me up here, plug for TJ.
Yep.
He was like, hey, there's a tournament going on in Iowa. And I said, okay, I'll see, I'll look into it. Got a hold of Joe, and he was able to get us in. We were on the wait list.
Yeah, you were first on the waiting list.
Yeah.
You told me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so it just kind of all fell into place. So.
Yeah, these are great tournaments up here. They're always on a demanding condition.
Oh, yeah. I'll be back. I like bowling on the harder stuff because you got to throw it decent, and you got to make your spares. And I think I can do both of those fairly well sometimes.
Yeah, these are right in your wheelhouse. That's for sure. Yeah. You got a lot of people that help support you. Who would you like to thank that's helped put you here to where you are?
First off, I'd like to thank my mom and my brother. They've done so much for me, getting me to where I am. Storm, I Am Bowling, Vice. They've all been great and huge helps for me. It takes a village, and I think I got a pretty strong village. All my friends and extended family back home. I mean, everybody knows their place and their part. So, and everybody in Wichita too. Rick Stillsmith, Coach L, and Holly. They've all done great. So, and my team. So.
Yeah, your team was cheering you on in the chat.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Barnes might need to run your fan page or something on Facebook. I mean, every other message in here is just all
Really?
about Spence. Yeah.
Well, that works out.
And what is this? What is it? He is, his, him. What is this thing that they're all
goodness.
saying in the?
I
in the
don't
chat?
really understand all their lingo.
Yeah,
It's
I
probably he is him or something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. That's
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Didn't make any sense to me either.
They come up with whatever they want to, and I don't know. I just follow along from behind. So.
You having fun at college though with those guys?
Yeah, we have a great time.
Yeah, because
So.
you're kind of a quirky dude, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you don't really like social media and
Not really.
and technology and all that stuff.
Not
right?
really.
You got a driver's license yet?
No.
Nope, still not
No.
driving, right?
Probably this summer.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do that?
Yeah.
You
Trying
gonna take the plunge?
Trying to find me like an 80s Cadillac or something.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
How about an El Camino?
I thought about
You
it.
can put some bowling balls in the back of that thing,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. And
Well-
Palas are really good for it too. but,
Yeah. We'll get you one of those rims and stuff like that too.
Oh,
really
yeah.
deck that thing out.
Get the horn on the front, the Boss Hog
Okay.
horn going.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got everything going on.
I love you, Spence. I love your personality, man.
Thank
Throwback, but yet new school at the same time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably love urethane balls. You
Yeah, they're all
probably
right.
want them to come back out with rubber and wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
They make them. I'll drill them. I don't care.
There you go. Well, Spencer, good luck the rest of the college season. Congrats
you.
on the win here.
Thank you.
And will I be seeing you out in any more PTQs or any other events the rest of the season on the PBA tour?
I'll be at the Masters.
Okay.
But I don't think I'm going to bowl any regular PBA events.
Okay.
Wichita and Springfield just kind of worked out. They're both home.
Exactly.
Both home centers, so it kind of just worked out. But I doubt that I'll be at any of the other ones. Maybe the Roth Holman. I might make an appearance at the Roth Holman.
Really?
We'll see.
Do you have a partner?
No,
Or-
of course not.
You don't?
No. We'll have to see.
Well, if any PBA guys are watching this right now, maybe they'll make a phone call because I'd bowl with you if I was them. You don't want to bowl with me, but I'd be one of those guys.
I don't know. You know what you're doing.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Yeah, I guess you must have heard me say that I think you're going to win 10 titles on tour by the time it's all done and be a Hall of Famer. So.
Well, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it's putting the cart before the horse, of course. But this is a very good performance here on a very demanding condition, and I know everybody is proud of you, and I am as well, being a fellow Missourian.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Spencer, be careful getting home. Be safe with the recent events of, always got to be careful driving those cars.
Yeah.
Everybody getting home that may have bowled the event here as well this week, we want to make sure you get home safe. So
yeah.
Congratulations, Spencer Robars, one more time, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm going to take it out to the lanes, and then I'll bring it back in if I can find my find what I got here. Okay. Thanks, Spence.
Thank you.
Well, couldn't do that. Tom Hess unplugged my cameras. He's helping me get out of here because we're going to convoy to Jackson, Michigan here. So I didn't even have a camera to throw it to except for this one. So some replay I just randomly selected. But hey, everybody, hopefully you enjoyed our broadcast here from Iowa here. We've been coming here since 2011. Joe actually gave me my first ever paid live stream gig. So I can't thank Joe and Rosie and Jennifer enough for having me here all the time to bring you these two great tournaments up here in Iowa. And if you want to find out information about these events, head out to giba-bowling.com. And you can find all of Joe's events. It's just not the two majors we do here. He's got events all throughout the year and does a great job running the events. Payout's always good. It's fantastic. So make sure you check them out, giba-bowling.com. Also want to thank our sponsors one more time. We want to thank Ebonite. We want to thank I Am Bowling. You can save 25% at I Am Bowling with coupon code GIBA for 25%. Budweiser and Bud Light, of course, always drink responsibly. Also want to thank the OP Restaurant, the other place over on Ridgeway, for being a great sponsor of this event, as well as Kwik Star and Kwik Trip, Convenience Marts. I'm going to gas up my car as I head to Jackson and do that as well. The Hampton Inn, where I stay here, the official hotel of these events here up here, the Ebonite Classics, as well as the Steen team. Brandon Steen sponsoring the stream. If you're looking for a home loan or just a loan in general, give him a shout out. He's got a website, brandonsteen.com, and also the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau for continuing to support this event as they bring a lot of revenue into the state of Iowa here, the city of Waterloo, with all the bowlers that come in, over 200 of them every single time. And I want to thank you guys in the chat for interacting throughout the show as well. And I want to thank everybody that subscribed to our YouTube channel here and has liked this video and has shared our streams and has supported us on our merch store at InsideBowling.com. You can save 15% with that coupon code right down here. It's YouTube. YouTube is the coupon code year-round 15%. So that's going to do it for myself. I want to thank Tom Hess as well for joining me in the booth. He didn't have to do that, and I really enjoy calling the action with Tom. So thanks to Tom. And I also want to thank Cadillac XBC for being great hosts yet again. And don't forget, they are going to be having a PWBA stop coming up here in August. 3 titles right here in this building. And you'll be able to see all that over on Bowl TV, where I happen to live as well. So that's going to do it for all of us here in Waterloo, Iowa. We hope all of you have a great rest of your day. I know that we're going to. My helper Tom back there tearing down. Love it, love it, love it. And I love all of you guys for being so loyal and supportive of what we do here at Inside Bowling. So that's going to be it for me, Mike Flanagan, here in Waterloo. Have a great rest of the day, everybody. Be safe out there, and we'll see you on our next broadcast coming up later this month from Dallas at the Southland Bowling League. Have a good day, everybody. This is where I yell at the people in the truck, which is actually me, to put a graphic up. Guys, that's me. There it is. Have a good one.